Whether it makes you laugh, cry, scream, or fly, there's a song for every emotion. We're Mike and Priya, and we talk about the songs that make up the soundtrack to your life. Because life is in the lyrics.
All right, Priya, I want you to do that again.
Whether it makes you laugh, cry, scream, or fly, there's a song for every emotion. We're Mike and Priya, and we talk about the songs that make up the soundtrack to your life. Because life is in the lyrics.
I just wanted you to do that twice because I thought I'd videotape that intro so that we can post it to our social.
Okay.
Because you look so nice today in your rainbow sweater. And
I got this sweater for $3.50 at a thrift shop.
Wow, look at you, thrifty.
Do you know that 90% of what I wear is thrifted?
I am not surprised about that, to be honest.
I would like to know why.
Because you are an environmentally friendly kind of person.
I was going to say, are you saying
about that?
my clothes look old and used?
No, you've actually had some really nice sweaters that you've worn, and I wouldn't say thrifted. They're swapped, right? Because
a lot of stuff is swapped, and then a lot of stuff is thrifted.
Swifted?
Yeah. Oh,
like Taylor Swifted?
It's so like I'm a Swiftie.
You are.
I swap and thrift. I Swift. She works for so many things.
She really does.
Also, I just want to say that I got a call from my goddaughter who we had as a guest on our show because she came to the Eras Tour. Her 16th birthday is coming up. Oh. And as I was on Queen Street a few weeks ago, I walked into the store and I saw this super cute pink tote bag, fabric tote bag, but really good quality. And embroidered on it, it said, "Eat, sleep, tailor, repeat."
Oh, cute.
So I sent that to her for her birthday, and she was like, she chatted, and then she said, "Oh, I got your bag." And I was like, "Oh, did you like it?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's so perfect. It's the perfect color." And my mom said it's really good quality, and I was like, "That's a weird thing to say, but good." So,
do you think she would send us a photo that we could post on our social?
Yeah,
that would be cute.
Yeah. I will ask her right now before I forget. Okay. What's going on with you, Mike?
Well, so how am I doing? So how am I doing?
Yeah, sorry, I just knocked the damn thing because I have to put my coffee on the right side of this arm, the microphone arm. Sorry.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I know. That's a running theme in this podcast.
Nobody
and yet
cares.
we still do it every week.
Yeah. How am I doing? I'm doing really well, thank you. Yes, it's been a pretty exciting week, to say the least. My week started out with me going on a run in the morning. I like to go for a run in the morning.
You talked about this last time, and then you go to the gym.
Yeah, it's right.
And then when in that process do you eat 9 cookies?
Okay. Are you going to interrupt my story the whole time?
If you're
going to
talk about how you're in such good shape and you're so committed to your health.
First of all, never once have the words come out of my mouth saying I'm in such good shape. I've never said that.
Okay, that's fair.
I said I run. I said I eat food that my husband bakes. So those things. But let me tell you, if you can shut your yip.
I'll try. Zipping it right now.
Zip it. So obviously time has changed. We're going into fall. The mornings are not as bright. Early in the morning, it's not as bright at 6:30 as it used to be.
Oh, that makes me sad.
So you don't know that? Because what time do you wake up?
Listen, tell your story. You told me to zip it.
Okay. So I get ready to go for my run and I do my warm up. And then when I put on reflector gear and I have this ankle bracelet that blinks, it's a red bracelet that blinks. Got my earbuds in. I'm all geared up. I'm out there for a run. And I'm listening to my mix, and I'm also listening to that K-pop song on repeat. It's just so motivating.
Just the one song? Have you watched the movie yet?
I haven't watched the movie yet, no. And I get to this one part of this. I'm running down a street a couple of blocks away, and as I'm running and I'm singing, I see something out of the corner of my eye. And I was like, okay, that was too big to be a squirrel. So I look over, I turn my head, and there's a fox chasing me down the street.
Like aggressively?
I don't know. I was freaking out. So I'm yelling, I'm waving my hands. I'm like, stop. I'm clapping. I'm trying to get this thing. Like, what foxes are usually timid. They don't come after you. Like if you're around, they usually go and hide. It was chasing me. So I'm screaming and yelling, and I'm looking behind me as I'm running, right? And when I turn back around, there's a guy on the sidewalk stopped with his dog, and he's looking at me like I've lost my marbles. And I was just like, there's a fox, it's chasing me. And I just kept running. I was running as fast as I possibly could. And I kept looking behind because I'm like, this is so weird.
Right.
So then eventually I stopped and I thought, oh, maybe it was chasing the blinking light on my ankle. So I took that off and everything, but it totally freaked me out. So
how big was it?
it was like the size of, I would say it was about 40 pounds.
So like the size of Riva? Or
Yeah, about the size of my dog. Yeah.
Okay.
So not a huge thing.
No.
Foxes aren't generally
No,
that big.
they're not.
But still, being chased by a wild animal
Yeah.
at, 6:10 or 6:15, whatever it was, in the dusk
Right.
on your own. And when I run, I like to run on the road. I don't like running on the sidewalk. So I was on the road and this thing was chasing me.
That
Needless
is
to
very
say,
odd. I wonder if it had rabies.
maybe. That's what Don said. And a colleague at work also said that. But needless to say, that really got the heart rate pumping. Yeah.
Good
yeah.
stuff. Good
So
stuff.
that's how my week started.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
That's excitement.
It is. Yeah. I also wanted to share a couple of other things with you. One, I was listening to an episode a couple of episodes ago.
Okay.
Where we were talking about that research with the guy that we had referenced in episode 2.
Yes,
And the
brain
musician.
scientist. Yes.
Yeah. And you were talking about how when you're listening to somebody speak, even me, it's like you're processing what I'm saying and you can anticipate what I'm about to say.
Yes.
Yeah. And then as I was listening to another episode, a couple of episodes ago, I think it was 44 or something, you kept interrupting me thinking that you knew where I was going and you kept getting it wrong.
Okay, those two are not connected, even though you think that they are.
So I was walking Riva as I was listening to this episode.
Okay.
And I was cracking up because I'm like, oh my God, this is so funny that this is, it was the third time that you had,
See? Like,
oh, listeners,
continue.
I'm looking at her and she's trying to anticipate what I'm about to say.
see? And I am it's not like I'm anticipating it. Like, it's not like,
you
I
know.
know what you're going to say. It's just that.
You are ridiculous.
Okay.
You are just ridiculous.
Have you ever seen the sketch on SNL? It was with Kristen Wiig, and oh my God, this guy, they used to play like a musical duo, and they would come on the Weekend Update.
Yeah.
And the Weekend Update guy would say, okay, so what new songs do you have coming out? And they'd say, oh yeah, we have a song named It's Apple Time. And then one of them would make up a song on the spot, and the other one would try to sing it in sync with them.
Yeah, yeah.
And most of the time they were pretty close, but they would crack each other up because obviously you can't completely guess what the other person's saying. But
Right. That's kind of what's going on here.
That's kind of what's going on here.
Yeah. So I thought I'd just share that with little listeners. So as you're listening, keep in mind, how many times do you hear Priya say something like, oh, did you ask about this? Oh, well, I thought that's where you were going with that story. No, Priya, that's not where I was going.
Like I said, those two are not those two things are not related.
No, not at all.
No.
So anyways, I wanted to share that with you.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And as we're talking about previous episodes, I just want to make clear that for better or for worse, most likely for better, Mike edits out so much of my shit.
I do. I'm not, well, I wouldn't say so much. Sometimes you do go on a bit. So I do cut a bunch of stuff out.
Okay.
But I don't know if the listeners can tell.
Oh, no, I don't think they can tell, but I just thought it was funny that you were saying right before we started recording, oh, last week, you went on and on about Shawn Mendes. Oh, his voice this and that.
It's true. You were, I was like,
lyrics
okay, this episode is already over an hour and I've done a bunch of editing, but there's about 2.5 minutes of you describing your infatuation with Shawn Mendes. And so I had to.
Yeah. And I stand by it. I stand by all of it. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And I would just like to reiterate, because I don't remember if you cut this part out, it is not sexual.
You never actually said that.
Okay. Because I know we have talked about that off recording or whatever, where you've asked me, like, you've said, like, he's just your type. He's young and beautiful. I'm like, yeah, but he's too young and he's too, like, no, he's more like just a little boy. I just want to cradle and say, it's all going to be okay.
Okay.
Shawnee, baby boy.
Yeah.
It's all going to be okay.
That's a bit infantilizing.
Okay. Well, not like that, but like, I don't want to, have business.
Give the
with him.
impression. Okay, yeah. You already got enough business partners.
Yes. Just the one. First
Okay.
of all, enough.
Yeah.
What are you talking
I don't know.
Mike just shook his head. He was like, I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't know where that came from. Yeah. Okay.
And on that note, I do want to say something about my business partner, because I realize that for our little listeners, they have only heard about him as my business partner. And so I might come across sounding quite cold and mean
Really?
to him. I think so, because I
Interesting.
talk about how I just staring at the TV and hoping he would talk 75% less and all this stuff, right?
But little listeners, is that the impression you get? If it is, actually, write in and tell us.
Yes.
Tell us the impression.
I would like to know.
Yeah.
But as I was listening to that episode, I just thought, oh, I wonder what people think. They must just think that I'm being such a bitch to this guy who seems like like you're describing him as a golden retriever, which is the happiest of all dogs. So I want to just explain a little bit about how he came to be my business partner in a very, very succinct way, so you don't have to edit out 2.5 minutes of it.
Okay.
We started out dating a few years ago. Right? And we fell pretty hard and fast. We were seeing each other like 2-3 times a week for about a month and a half or 2 months or so. And then he just totally freaked out. Totally freaked out. So it was basically like a issue of love bombing. Do you remember this?
No.
And then he disappeared. And then he
Oh, yes, I do.
disappeared
Yeah, I
for
do.
like a week. No
Right.
emails, no messages, not emails. We never emails, but no messages, no calls. And he was somebody who would like message me throughout the day of his choosing. I'm not a person who texts a guy all day, every day, but we got into that routine, and then he just went crickets. And then he disappeared for a long time. And then he kind of came back, and then sorry. And then I was like, okay. And we were just kind of taking things slow. And then he disappeared again. So this is why when he reemerged after a year, I was like, okay, we are not ever dating again. We are never, ever getting back together. That's right. But we can beep. Also, I enjoyed the beeps that you did in my...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I swore a lot in that episode. That's not going to happen again. Also, I want to explain another reason. This is kind of related to him, but just in terms of, I know I sound like a man hater, okay? And I'm going to, let me read to you some texts I got from my girlfriend last night.
Okay.
She says, I was going to do a casual thing with a guy, but fucking bloody hell, if I have to hear him say anything else about tasting me, I'm ripping him apart.
Oh, God.
What is wrong with these fucking guys? I told him to stop talking to me like I'm an OnlyFans girl.
Eek.
Okay?
Okay.
And then she says, it makes me mad. The thing is, they don't think that it's disrespectful the way they talk. And I'm like, yeah, they don't. So I just want to explain to all the listeners out there, who are probably married or in great relationships or know amazing men. And I'm not saying that they aren't out there. But for us single women who are out there, this is the bullshit we deal with all the time. And
Where do you think that comes from? Why do you think guys can talk that way? Are there women that find that sexy? Not that I expect you to be able to speak
No.
about for all women. But.
Yeah, I get it, but I would say in a way to flip the question or the idea. It's more that we are just used to that kind of behavior, so it's kind of like a lot of girls are just, I think, desensitized to it. And then it just becomes like, and now like nude selfies is such a thing. So it's become sort of part of the culture, but in the worst way where we're enabling their bad behavior. And so then when they're really rude right away,
Yeah.
it's a shock to the older women because guys didn't talk to us like that when we were growing up. Not quite.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just like my roommate, Danielle. She's like, yeah, that's how they are.
That's sad.
And she's 20 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And that's just how they are.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess my question could be interpreted like I'm asking the women to explain why men behave that way. And that's not really what I meant.
No.
I guess it was in a way what I meant, but I was trying to think more, where do these men learn that this behavior is acceptable? And that's, again, not saying that women give that permission, but I just think, would men speak to women in person that way? Or is this how technology and communication and technology have evolved? Or
that's interesting that you just said, would men talk to women that way in person? That made me think of, back in the day when you used to walk past a construction site or something.
Right, and men
there was
would
such a
whistle.
stereotype about, hey, baby, walk this way, or just the things that construction workers would say to women. So this is almost like a hyper sexualized version of that, because it's online and because it's not face to face. They feel like they can get away with extreme
more
versions
crass.
of so crass. Like honestly, the talking about tasting you and the talking about like or just saying, what do you look like right now? Like send me a picture, or it's just like it's so demeaning and degrading. But they don't think it's that way. And then when she stands up for himself, what does he say? Wow, you're being so mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be such a rude dick.
Yeah.
And I won't be mean.
Yeah.
Come across as...
I'm sorry, it's not being mean if I'm
it's
calling
actually
you
not
out
even
on
being
your
mean.
complete lack of respect in how you're talking to somebody.
Yeah. All right, well...
Whew is right.
Ooh. Well,
let's just take a breath. You know what? We
take a
need to
breath.
calm down.
We need to calm down. Where's that song? What's it called? Melodies?
Yeah, no,
Whisper?
It's called Weightless.
Weightless. Yes. Okay.
And you know what? I did test it out. You told me to test it out.
Yes.
Yesterday when I was driving to my mom's, and I wasn't in a funk because I was heading to my mom's. I was in a funk because I knew it was going to take me 45 minutes. But then I got on the DVP, and my time slowly crept up, so that by the time I got to my mom's place, it was actually an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, in traffic.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
On a Saturday morning. Where are y'all going?
Visit their moms.
Everybody's going out at 11 a.m. to visit their moms on a Saturday?
Yeah. Traffic is terrible.
Oh.
It is. So did the music work?
The music did work.
Nice. Okay.
I didn't put that song on, but I tested listening to Sean's album. I was listening to Swag, the Swag 2 by Bieber. And then, of course, All Too Well.
All Too Well.
I listened to that on my last 10 minutes to my mom's place.
Nice.
And I was just like dancing in the car, like belting it out. And it did. And it put me in a good mood.
Good. Well done. All right. Little listeners, consider this.
Tested and true.
And true, yes. All right. Well, after all of that, why don't we motor on to our episode?
Oh, I like what you did there. You sort of punned us in there.
I did.
You punted
I
us
punted us into the episode.
Yeah.
That was
Cool.
good.
I know. I like it.
So what is our episode about today?
Okay. So you know that I usually head to New York, 2-3 times a year to visit my besties and my goddaughter, who I just spoke about. But I'm on a bit of a USA hiatus and I'm missing them. So I thought, hey, let's discuss some of our favorite songs about New York.
NYC. Did you know that...
Wait, let me guess what you're going to say.
What do you think I'm going to say?
No, I have no idea. That was just a joke. Joking.
Funny. Did you know that my very first time in New York was with you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I hadn't been to New York until you and I were there.
And
although I was already there and then you joined me.
Is that true?
Yeah.
But we came back together.
We came back together.
Okay. Oh, I sure remember that. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Okay, so...
So bad. Oh, my God.
So, first of all, do we remember how long ago this was? It was when you were working at Cam 8, when we were... Right?
Yeah. We were working together at the time, and I was... Oh, God, this must have been around 2004 or 2005.
Yeah, so 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And why? You were there for some conference
I was
or
there for a
something?
conference. Yeah, so I stayed at this hotel right across from MoMA. I can't remember what it started, the Warwick or something like that.
Okay.
And I thought it was going to be very nice because it used to be like a more of a grander kind of hotel, but boy, it was a bit worn down at the time. But still, it was my first time in New York, so
Yeah.
I didn't really know. And it was right across from MoMA, which was really
Yeah.
cool.
We
Or as
didn't go
close to.
though.
We didn't go to MoMA. No.
No. It was
But
just nice saying that we were across from it.
yeah. And then did you stay with me in that hotel?
I did.
Yes. Oh no, because then we moved hotels. Because you got us a hotel on Times Square.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
I do remember we stayed together.
Yeah,
but, okay.
but we did move because you came for something and then I stayed with you when my conference was over. And then I had you came to be my date at the conference closing dinner.
Wasn't that at the Rainbow Room?
It was in the Rainbow Room
I
at
know.
Rockefeller Center. And we were so
Yeah.
excited because I was like, this is going to be amazing. We'll be able to get to see the New York skyline and everything.
know.
And do you remember?
It was foggy.
It was very
Yeah.
foggy because it was raining all day.
No skyline for you.
No skyline. It was just basically clouds or
Yeah,
something. I
I
don't know.
know.
Yeah. But we
Well,
did
we
have,
got to dress up.
we did, and I think there's a photo on our Insta. Oh no, photo. We'll post one to our
Yes,
Instagram account.
we have a
but there
photo.
is one on our podcast
Our
website,
Podbean page, yeah.
our Podbean page. Yeah,
I know, that was fun. That was a fun trip. And I don't remember what I was there for. I thought I just came to meet you, but that would be weird. So maybe I was there for a reason.
I think you did have something. You were meeting somebody there.
Maybe it was for
You had a
my
business
work.
meeting, but not a business meeting, like
No,
a
no.
business meeting.
Yeah, maybe it was for the TV festival I was working for at the time. That makes sense.
And do you remember the night before we were to fly back? We went out
Oh, I sure
to
do.
some gay bars.
Don't we have some photos of that, Hottie?
Yes, there are somewhere. And that was when I learned that in the U.S. they free pour alcohol
What
at
does
the
that
bars.
mean? You mean they don't
In that
measure?
they don't measure like they do in Canada.
Okay. So
They
they
just
they give you
Pour
extras?
the alcohol into the
Ooh.
glass.
Mike
And
had a lot of free pours.
I did, and I was hammered.
And then what happened, Mike?
It was a very, very rough night.
Huh.
And
Rough and tumble?
I don't remember. He did take me back to his place,
Uh-huh.
and I don't remember leaving. And I do remember being very rough when we had to
Yes.
go to the airport.
Yes.
And do you remember what happened
Oh,
on
I
the way to the
sure
airport?
do, Mike.
Oh, that was so
So
bad.
Mike comes back,
Oh God.
and I'm like, wow, you were like, you're really cutting it close. We had to pack and just get into the taxi. We were in the taxi, and I vividly remember that ride home and you being on the one side, like basically leaning your head out the window like a dog. And you were, well, before
I
you
was
leaned
trying
out, you were
not
like,
to throw up.
He was trying so hard not to throw up. He's like, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. And we're on the highway.
Yeah.
So it's not like we can stop and let him out to throw up.
Yeah.
So and then he couldn't hold it anymore. So he rolled down the window a bit and he threw up.
I
But
was
let's
throwing up
just
bad.
keep in mind that we were on the highway, folks.
Yeah.
So what do you imagine happens when you're throwing
Oh,
up
it was so bad.
out the window?
Oh my God.
highway.
It was so bad.
Oh,
It was
and
blowing back into the
into the
car.
car.
It was all over me. It was all over the back of the
Yeah.
car, in the back window where,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
so bad.
And this poor driver is looking in the rearview mirror, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm crouched on the other side of
Oh,
the car.
it was
I'm like,
awful.
just don't hit me. And
So
yeah,
bad.
and then when we got there, we were like, we're so sorry. We're so sorry. And he was like, you have to pay $50 cleaning fee or something. And Mike
Yeah.
was like, yeah, no problem.
I remember I felt so much better though after I threw up. But I remember I was like, he pulled up at the airport and I had barf all over my face and my hair, on my clothes. And I remember giving you my money and saying, just give him everything, give him
Yeah.
everything. And I remember you saying, Mike, there's $100 here. And I'm like, just give it to him. And I went running into the
I know,
airport,
you poor thing.
went to the bathroom,
Tried to
cleaned
clean up.
myself up as much as I could. And then I remember lying down in the airport
Mm-hmm.
waiting for our flight. I do not remember the flight. I don't remember getting home.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
off. Definitely a story.
Uh-huh.
Never, ever want to experience that again.
Right.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, that's the last part of that story I remember too, is that cab
the
ride
ta-
and then
yeah.
giving him the money at the end.
Okay,
I don't
you don't
remember
remember
anything
the flight
after
or
either.
anything?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that.
And I wasn't even hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time. So that was my introduction to New York.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to New York. We've been waiting for you. Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York. Yeah.
Well, my first time, I think, my first time was going with my ex that was your previous best friend.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He had told me at Christmas that he had a really big gift for me. And I said, oh, what is it? And then he was like, oh, I can't tell you. And then he somehow, and this is how sometimes I can be gullible, convinced me it was a canoe.
Oh.
And I was like, in my head, I remember.
Canoe?
Yeah. In my head, I remember thinking, oh, but why would it be a canoe? Like, I don't canoe. But he had convinced me it was a canoe, but it was actually a trip to New York.
Ah.
Yeah.
Clever.
And we were there for like 2 days. It wasn't a great trip.
Why?
Well.
Or do you not want to share?
I mean, no, I don't mind sharing, but I don't know that it really matters at this point. It was just because he was like such a people pleaser. So he had some friends there that he invited to dinner with us. We were there for 2 nights. We didn't really get to go to where we wanted to go for dinner. And I was at that time vegetarian, not vegan. But she picked a spot and I didn't have any say in it. And when I get there, there's like nothing for me to eat there. And I was just like, didn't you even like ask her? Or so, it was just one of those where he was just like more interested in making her happy or whatever, or just seeing his friend and didn't care that I wasn't going to. And so I had to buy a pizza slice on the way home.
Oh, nice.
I remember that. Yeah. But it's New York pizza, which is always delicious.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, who cares? It was so long ago.
So long ago.
25 years ago, maybe.
God.
Yeah.
Little listeners, one of the reasons why we're talking about New York and our times in New York is because we thought we'd do an episode about songs about New York.
I already said that.
Did you?
I already said that at 5 minutes ago.
I don't remember you saying that.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. Have you turned into me? I said, I used to go to New York like 3-4 times a year to visit my besties, but I'm on a hiatus. And so we thought it would be good to do a...
Oh,
do you remember?
right. Yeah, you did say that.
It's all coming back to me now. Okay.
Chiline.
Okay.
All right. Yes. Okay. So, yeah. So here we are talking about songs about New York.
Good Lord.
Boy, it's a hot mess today.
Yeah.
So what songs did you have about New York?
Well, obviously, Tay Tay, which you already sang, the
Yes.
Welcome to New York. I mean, that is such a fun New York song. I love it. And
What album?
God, I don't know these things. And you call me the...
Seriously?
No, I don't know what songs are from what album, except the more
This
recent
is
ones.
1989.
Okay.
This was the album that catapulted her into the pop genre from her country era.
Do you know all the songs that were on that album?
Many of them.
Shake It Off. Welcome to New York.
Uh-huh.
Wait, I'm getting there. The one like Wildest Dreams.
You got that James Dean daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip classic thing that you like. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time.
'Cause we'll never be out of style. We'll never be out of style.
That's another one.
And then what other ones? What?
But let's not go down. This is
Okay,
not a Taylor Swift
okay. It's
episode.
not. Oh, okay, it's not. Can it be though? No. Okay.
No.
Fine. We're doing one soon.
But the shocking thing I found in doing my extensive research,
Yes.
is that there are thousands and thousands of songs about New York.
I really thought there were like a dozen.
Yeah, there are so many songs about New York. Apparently, from what I learned in my research, it is the most sung about city in the world.
And that's also part of why I wanted to do this episode, because there are so many songs about it, keeping in mind that I thought there were like 12.
Oh, really?
Like maybe 20.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I did not. When I searched top songs about New York, I was like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
There were a lot of songs.
Okay, so what came to mind for you immediately when you were thinking about songs?
Obviously,
about New York?
New York by Sinatra.
Right.
Welcome to New York by
Tay.
Taylor, obviously. New York State of Mind.
Yes.
And then Empire State of Mind.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah.
But one that
New York, concrete jungle
Where dreams are made of, there's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York, New York, New York.
I was surprised to learn that that song is billed as a Jay-Z song with
Featuring,
featuring Alicia Keys.
I was also surprised about that.
I thought it was an Alicia Keys song.
Featuring Jay-Z. That's what I thought.
Where does Jay-Z come in?
So I looked up the lyrics to it because I was like, why? And he sings most of the verses.
Oh.
She sings that chorus.
Oh, that's the only part that actually
Pretty
I
much.
remember. I don't remember any of the...
I know, because that chorus is so catchy and it's so memorable.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love about this song is actually, it's quite long, first of all. And there are many, many verses. Like, I think there's like 6 verses. What I love about it is that he talks about actual places and moments he's experienced in New York. He talks about Brooklyn, Tribeca, Broadway, the Yankees, yellow cabs, like all these iconic memories of New York, and has all these verses going quite in depth about moments that he's had in the city, which I found really quite shocking because all I do know about that song is the chorus.
Oh, you remember it? Yeah, is the chorus. Yeah. I honestly, I don't right now. I can't think of Jay-Z's part, but I'll have to listen to that again.
It's a great song. These streets will make you feel brand new. Big lights will inspire you. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Alicia Keys. She's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
We're close.
Do
we're
we
tight.
need to remind people just quickly?
No.
Just quickly for people who haven't listened to that episode.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Way back when Alicia Keys first came out with her song, what was that really sexy song?
I keep on falling.
In love. Oh, whatever. That was terrible. I was like, wait a second. I missed a bunch of runs. In love.
And with you.
Sometimes I will and make it feel blue. Yeah, that song. When that came out and she just
Or something
exploded
like it.
or something like
Yeah.
it, but way better than that.
Mm-hmm.
We were at Much Music for some event they were having.
Yeah, it was some industry
Here.
thing.
And I brought Mike as my plus one.
Mm-hmm.
And they were doing a raffle to go and see an intimate and interactive performance. And we didn't know who it was, but I won that raffle. Or anyways, one of us won it.
I won it.
Fine.
I was the last ticket to be pulled.
Oh, and okay, so we got to go see this little concert with maybe, 40 people? 40 people and Alicia
intimate.
Keys. And it was interactive. Well, Mike made it interactive. She was at the piano, and Mike was like, I don't even know Alicia. I don't really like her music. And
I was not like
yes,
that.
you were. Yes, you were. And then she performs whatever her 3 songs and is just like tickling those keys like it ain't nobody's business. And we are just mesmerized. And
She
Mike's
was amazing.
I think, was I sitting in the the aisle seat, and then you were right beside me? Or was
Yeah,
it?
I was on the inside. You were on
Okay.
the aisle.
I wanted to make sure I got that correct because I do remember you sort of reaching across me as she comes walking up the aisle after
She
she's
made
done.
eye contact and she reached out for me, so I wanted to reach back. It
Did
would have
she?
been rude. She touched my hand,
Basically
she shook it, she
shoving
looked
me
me
out
in
of
the
the
eye,
way.
and she said, "Mike, it's so great to see you.
What
Thank
did you
for
say to her,
coming."
Mike? What did you say to her?
I can't remember, but it was something pretty gushy.
Very
and-
gushy. Gushy
yeah.
is the correct word. Oh my God, you're so amazing. Oh my God, I loved you. It was so amazing.
Well, I became a fan after that.
She
Yeah.
was and is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we're still really tight. Haven't spoken or interacted since that
Since
moment.
then, but your bond is
that was
everlasting.
only 25 years
It was
ago.
only 25 years ago. Oh my God.
So yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
song, yes, Alicia Keys, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, immediately when I think about songs from New York, I always think about Billy Joel.
New York State of Mind, yeah.
Well, a lot of his music is about New York. 52nd Street was named after the street that the studio was on where he recorded that album. But he has quite a few New York songs.
But when you said that the first thing that came to mind was Billy Joel, was there a specific song or just
Well,
in general, that album?
New York
or-
State of
Okay,
Mind
yeah.
obviously is one. And then
I don't care if it's Chinatown or on Riverside. I don't have any reasons. I left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind.
Do you know the background to that song?
No. Tell us.
I believe that song, he wrote it because he was moving back from the West Coast to New York.
Okay.
And that was, he was inspired by that on that trip to write a song about it.
Mm-hmm. Have you spent any, like, from when you say the West Coast, do you mean like LA?
I think he was in LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you spent any time in LA?
A little bit. Yeah.
How do you feel about those two cities? New York, New York City as opposed to state, and LA.
And LA.
They're very different. They're both showbiz towns. Completely different.
Well, it's funny you asked that question because one of the other things I was thinking of when you said, when you were talking about the Jay-Z song and how, there's all these iconic New York references. The first time I went to LA, Dawn was on at a conference, and so I tagged along, and we were on Sunset Boulevard. And, obviously Sunset Boulevard, right? We were about maybe half a block or something away from the Chateau Marmont.
Did you go there for a drink?
We didn't.
Okay.
But see, you're anticipating I was going to say we went for a drink.
I wasn't anticipating. I was just wondering because it's kind of an iconic thing to do in LA.
Yeah, I didn't think that I had probably the right clothing or that they'd even let me in. But the funny thing about U.S. cities is that we hear so much about them. They're in movies, they're in songs, they're in the culture, the pop culture lexicon. And then when you go there, you're like, oh, yeah, Sunset Boulevard, whatever. It's not really that, I didn't think much of it. I can't say I disliked it, but I wasn't like, oh, wow, this is amazing. Venice Beach was kind of cool. That was neat. But I found it just kind of odd that it has such an iconic reputation. But it was just like, I don't know, it was a bit meh.
Yeah, it's a funny town, LA. I always feel like, to me, it gives off the vibe of just being a massive film
Movie
set.
set?
Yeah. It's like you drive around that city and you're like, I've seen that in film. I've seen that in film, or I recognize this street name, even if it's not Sunset Boulevard, because there are so many street names that you can be familiar with. Same with New York, though. But it doesn't feel like a real city.
Well, so to compare that to New York, definitely I'm more of a New York kind of person. I love going to New York. I love that city. I love the grit. I love the energy. To me, it's when you go there, it really is what you envision. It's what you expect. Yeah.
Everything they say about New York
Yeah.
is what you experience in New York.
Whereas I found LA to be very superficial in a way. Like it just seemed like it was a veneer of what you thought.
I wonder if, since they're both showbiz towns, but New York is more, this is not necessarily true, but it's more of a theater town. Like, Broadway. When you talk about New York and actors, you talk about Broadway, right? Whereas LA is more of a film town. And I think there is some divide in terms of, just like you say, New York is gritty and stuff, because theater, once you're on stage, you can't say, oh, no, sorry, can we just retake that?
Right.
It's down and dirty and gritty, and you got to be on. And LA, like being such a film town, and when I say film, I mean like a digital medium or a film medium, it just does give off a different vibe.
Well, I was talking about Billy Joel, and one of the other memories that I have about Billy Joel is that when I was growing up, my mom, she was a Billy Joel fan. And so we would always have Billy Joel playing in the house. 52nd Street is definitely one of those albums that was on repeat. The Stranger, Glass Houses, like all of those albums were on full repeat in our house.
Nice.
So when Billy Joel comes on, and when I think about New York, immediately I was thinking Billy Joel.
Yeah. My friend, Kelsey, is a huge Billy Joel fan, and I'm trying to remember, didn't she take us to a concert? Did you come to that concert where she had extra Billy Joel concert tickets, or was that somebody else?
I've seen Billy Joel in concert.
And?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I took my mom and my aunt to see Billy Joel. This was years ago. I was in university still, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a really long time ago. Well, what else? What other...
Okay, Well,
You two songs.
well, first of all, what about no sleep till
Oh
Brooklyn?
yeah.
What
I
were you gonna
said
say, Manhattan?
till midnight.
Till midnight.
No, sleep till midnight. No, but it's
To
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Do you
Yeah.
remember who sang that?
That was not Bronski Beat, the something boys, the
Yeah.
not Pet Shop Boys.
No. Starts with a
Bre-
B.
The
Not Bestie.
best
Beastie.
Beastie Boys.
Yes.
Beastie Boys.
Okay,
Yes,
we
yes.
got there. We got there. It took us a minute.
Yeah, I did know that. I just couldn't think of that word. I'm like, I know. Oh, yeah. the
That
Beastie
song
Boys,
is
yeah.
such a fun one,
Mhm.
but it didn't come to my mind. I didn't even think of it when I was coming up with this topic. But when it showed up in the massive list of songs, I was like, yeah, I love that song. But it doesn't really talk much about Brooklyn.
No. Did you look at the Wikipedia page on the number of songs? There were?
No, I didn't.
It's so long, but the number of songs that start with just the street names.
Oh,
It's
okay.
there. I should have counted. There are so many songs about New York streets.
Right. There's actually, when you said that, it reminded me there of Taylor's song where she mentions the Chelsea Hotel.
Mm.
You ain't Dylan Thomas. I'm
Mhm.
not Patti Smith. This ain't the Chelsea Hotel.
We're modern idiots.
That song. And other people have sung about that hotel too,
Because that was like the hotbed of
artists and stuff, right?
artists. Yeah,
Musicians.
Yeah.
So when I went to New York, like one of my trips around a year and a half ago, I was going to this restaurant with my friend Kelsey and another friend, and we were walking from the subway, and I just looked down the street, and I was like, that's the Chelsea Hotel. And so I saw it. It's this massive hotel.
Yeah.
It's massive, and it's in really good shape from the outside, at least. It looks very kind of majestic, very New York. And it was just really cool kind
Chelsea.
of thinking about it. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, that's the hotel that has inspired so many songs.
Yeah.
And that is the cool thing about walking around New York, where you just see all these streets and hotels and spots that have inspired so much music and
Yeah.
art.
Yeah.
You know, oh, and I walked to where John Lennon lived,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Have you
and-
been to Strawberry Fields?
Yes. And then from there, walked to Strawberry Fields, and there was a musician singing there, and then he sang some Beatles and John Lennon songs. But then walking outside his hotel, his apartment, what's it called? I can't remember now.
I can't remember what it's called, but yeah.
But where he was gunned down, it's quite a, like, there's so many places in New York that you're just like, this happened here and this happened there. And
I did, this is 2008, I did the 5 Borough Ride, which is an annual ride that starts in Battery Park.
really, I don't remember this.
And you cycle all the way up through Manhattan. You cross the bridge over into Harlem, and then you go down, you come back, and then you go back. Like, you do several of the bridges, and then it ends going over the Veradano Bridge,
Okay.
and then you take the ferry back to Battery
Oh.
Park. So you go by the Statue of Liberty and everything. So in 2008, Jordan and I went to New York, and we did that ride. So I got to see a lot of New York from a very different perspective, because they
Right.
shut down the roads, the bridges. They shut down whole lanes of bridges.
Okay.
Because there's literally thousands of people on bikes, from kids on tricycles. Like, it's every age, every bracket. It was a bit of a miserable May day. It was raining, and the Veradano Bridge is a double-decker bridge. So
Right.
there was like the mist from the cars on the one. I had grit, and it was
Eesh.
pretty gross, but also really kind of cool to see New York from that viewpoint.
Yeah, the bridges are something to behold, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and
I've walked the Brooklyn Bridge.
the Brooklyn Bridge is so amazing. I always say to people when they go to New York, don't walk the Brooklyn Bridge going to Brooklyn. Take the subway to Brooklyn and
then
walk
walk it
back, because it's such a better view.
And have you done the High Line?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Many times. Yeah, it's so great. I think that's like an incredible city park that had, basically local visionaries made it happen, right? It was just this abandoned rail
Yeah.
for decades, and local people decided to turn it into something magical, and it's
And now it's a
incredible.
must visit spot.
Oh, yeah.
It's really like, it's such a cool city because it's so massive too. It has so many different vibes and feels to the different boroughs and the different regions, like Greenwich and Manhattan, completely different, and then Staten Island. There's so much to see in that city. And okay, did you know it's called the city that never sleeps, right? I was wondering about where that term came from. So apparently There was a photographer named Jacob Riis who described the Bowery district as never sleeping in his book from 1898 called Out of Mulberry Street: Stories of Tenement Life in New York City. And then a newspaper article in Indiana's Fort Wayne Daily first nicknamed New York City as a whole as a city that never sleeps in 1912.
Oh, wow. Okay, so quite a long time ago.
Quite a long time ago. But
Bowery.
way back to, the Bowery district, which
Isn't
I
that-
don't know that I've ever been there.
Isn't that where Taylor Swift lives? Isn't
Is
she in
it?
the Bowery? Or is she in the meatpacking district?
I don't know.
I can't remember. It's one of those areas. What's your favorite New York memory?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Or
That is-
maybe not your favorite, but what are, give us two memories or a couple of memories.
Okay. I'm going to tell you one memory that's quite embarrassing,
Okay.
and it's going to be a little TMI.
Well, we shared my embarrassing memory.
Okay,
so
this
why not?
one's one of my favorite memories, I think, is just having been there for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And
that
I
was
have
just
been
a couple years ago,
Yeah,
right?
that was just last year, actually.
Okay.
No, I've been there around Christmas a few times, but last year I was there for Christmas Day. And just New York at Christmas time is magical. Like, if you can ever go to to New York around Christmas, it is a sight to behold. The height of that goddamn
it's
tree.
massive, yeah.
It's massive. And then all these people just skating and it's so crowded in that area. Like, you really have to hold on to people because you'll lose them in a second. And then right across from that, I think is maybe it's Macy's or it's Bloomingdale, one of the big department
I think it
stores.
is Macy's, yeah.
And they have a fabulous light show all over the front of their building too. And it's kind of it's a changing, the lights change and they do like a whole performance. It's just incredible. So that is definitely one of my highlights. One of my lowlights, but definitely a memory to remember, is when I went there for work once, years and years ago. This was probably about 17 years ago. And I was having lunch with my boss / friend, and we had lunch at a raw vegan place. And I'd never done raw vegan before, and it was delicious. And then we were just walking along the streets, and we were in Zara trying on some clothes. And I remember being in that changing room and being like, oh, my stomach
no.
just started like doing some rumblings. I was like, oh,
Is this like Bridesmaids?
yeah,
Oh, no.
yeah. It's like Bridesmaids.
Oh, God.
And so I was like, okay, no, it's fine. And then it kept doing that. And I was like, I poked my head out and I asked one of the ladies, I said, do you guys have a washroom in here? She's like, oh, no, sorry, we don't. I was like, fuck, I know you do. And it's for fucking employees only. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Maybe it's okay. Then I had to just be like, Jen. She's like, yeah, she's in the stall next to me. I was like, I'm going to be right back, okay? I just gotta go and find a bathroom. She's like, okay, yeah. So I start walking down the street, and you've been to New York. There are pubs and bars and this and that on, like, every second door is something. Could I find a place with a bathroom? No. So I end up finding a Barnes and Noble. And I'm like, okay, there's got to be there's always a bathroom in a bookstore. Also, side note, bookstores and libraries always make me have to poo. So, so anyways, there's a doorman at the front, and I was like, do you guys have a bathroom in here? And he goes, yeah, it's just at the very back, and just turn
God,
right. And so
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God. And right by now, I'm in crisis mode, okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I am trying to walk as quickly as I can, but not too fast because things are
You
happening.
don't want leakage.
Things are happening. And so I run to that bathroom, and of course, there's only 2 stalls.
And they're both occupied?
They're both taken.
no.
So one person finally comes out, and I rush in there, and I was like, I ram down my pants, and it's already a little too late.
Oh, dear God.
But then the rest of it happened, and I, whatever. I had to get rid of my panties,
Oh, Jesus.
just discard them in the little,
Yeah.
and try my best to clean the rest of myself up.
Yeah.
And then I go out, and there's somebody waiting.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I'm really sorry. And I just rushed out of there. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I can't even.
Raw vegan. Don't do it.
Don't do
Don't
it.
do it. All right. Well, that's an
Yeah.
interesting memory for sure.
I know, and I feel like I've already talked about the time I had to poo in my backyard.
Yeah, we don't need to go back
No,
then.
I'm just like,
there's too many Priya poo
there's
stories.
so many, and it's really terrible.
Well, ask me
sorry.
about a top memory
Mike,
for me.
Tell me if you're one of your top memories that doesn't involve vomiting in the car on the way to the airport.
Yeah, okay. So for my 50th birthday,
yeah,
Dawn took me to New York.
So that was like 10 years ago?
Bitch, no. Although it was 6 years ago now.
Okay.
So
closer to 10 than 5.
Closer to 10 than 5.
Well, not really.
Well, closer to 10 than 50.
Okay.
So we went to New York for my 50th birthday because I was born in 1969. And that was also when Stonewall happened. I was born on June 26th.
What's Stonewall?
What?
Sorry. Is this a gay thing?
Do you not know what Stonewall is?
I would not have asked what's Stonewall if I knew what Stonewall was.
Stonewall is basically the start of the gay liberation in Western world.
And why would I know that?
Because it's like the most important date in modern history of the LGBT movement. And you have lots of LGBT friends.
Yeah, but we don't go around saying, hey, Stonewall. Do you know
you've never heard of Stonewall?
No. Okay. I've heard of the term.
There's a bar.
Stonewall someone.
A bar called Stonewall. And it got raided by police on June 24th, I think. 24th or 25th.
Okay.
And it resulted in, rather than the people in that bar just accepting it, they fought back. And it was the drag queens and the...
you mean physically fought back?
Physically fought back. Okay. And there was rioting for several days. And it basically was the beginning in the Western world of the gay rights movement, I would say. And so I was born that weekend. So my 50th birthday was also the 50th anniversary of Stonewall. Cool. And so Pride, the celebration of Pride started
What's
out...
Pride?
Pride started out as a march. It wasn't a big festive parade at the beginning. It was a march, and it was basically people in the community coming together. And it was that weekend where, after the raid, people got together and they marched. Okay,
so that was the beginning of the Pride parade idea.
Well, it evolved into a parade, but yes, that was the beginning. So not only was it my 50th birthday and the 50th anniversary of Stonewall, it was also World Pride in New York. Dawn was in a swim competition down there. So we were down there for about 8 days, and it was super amazing, but super intense as well. We had so much fun. We did
and you can want who you want, boys and girls and girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we did a helicopter trip around Manhattan.
Okay, I didn't know
we did a boat cruise. You
I
just
hit
hit your
my
elbow.
funny bone. My funny bone.
Why do they say it's funny? It's not funny.
It's not.
It hurts.
Oh.
We did a boat cruise down the Hudson and up the East River. It was amazing. We had so much fun. That was a wild party. We went out to this incredible club in Hell's Kitchen, and we had so much fun.
Oh my God.
It was just an intense, amazing trip.
Yeah.
So that's definitely on my list.
It's just such a vibrant city. I guess partly because there's so much to see. It's so huge. And yeah, things
there's
stay
just so
open
much happening
till so late.
I remember. Now, so I have one more memory, and it's with you. And it was from that very first trip.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember this, but we decided to go to Alphabet City, and we decided to go to a bar. Do you remember we were staying? We asked the concierge at the hotel where's a good place to go. He referenced Alphabet City, so we went down there. And as we were waiting in line to get to a bar, there was this couple behind us that were talking about this speakeasy that they had heard about.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes.
The East Side Toy Factory.
Yes.
And we went there, and it was this like side street that had this gate.
Right.
And we walked through the gate and there was like a little pathway that led to this kind of staircase that went
down,
under.
Right? Yeah.
It went under the brownstones and it came out into this courtyard where there was this building.
Remember that.
You remember?
Shockingly.
It was so much fun.
I know.
Yeah, we had such a good time.
Yeah, I remember in my head, I can remember like the street and how just it was such a big street. And then you get onto this little side street and then there's like a gate. And it was just kind of like this magical little discovery of a place.
Yeah.
And apparently there are so many of those because during Prohibition. They had a ton of speakeasies. And do you watch Only Murders in the Building?
No.
So it takes place in the Arconia. I don't know if it's a real place in New York, but this massive condo apartment building. And in this season, they discover that underneath there is a massive speakeasy. So I think that a lot of those huge condo apartment complexes also had these for their wealthier kind of clientele.
Right.
To still be able to have a drink or two. A little gin and Dubonnet.
Gin and Dubonnet. Do you know there's a speakeasy on Queen Street, Queen West? There's an apothecary that's just west of CAMH.
Okay.
And it's when you go into the apothecary,
Right.
there's a secret door and there's a speakeasy behind it.
Interesting, because I've been to one on Dundas, I think, right at Ossington.
Oh, yeah.
There's one in Dundas. It's an art gallery on the front.
Yeah.
And then you walk through the art gallery, which is like really not an art gallery. There's like 2 paintings on the wall.
Yeah.
And then there's this really cool speakeasy in the back. Yeah.
So
Such
it's
a cool
concepting.
vibe. Yeah.
All right. Well, we did talk a lot about New York, not so much about songs, but that's okay because life is in the lyrics.
That
we
is
talked
correct.
a lot about life. All right, little listeners. Well, thank you for listening to this episode. We would love to hear your feedback. What New York memories do you have? What are some songs about New York that are your faves? How can they do that, Priya?
Oh, God. We have to do this every time?
Every time.
You can slide into our DMs
On Instagram.
On Instagram at The Little Podcast, LIITL podcast.
Yeah.
Or they can
Email us at lifeisinthelyrics@gmail.com.
That's right.
All
And
right.
Until then,
Until next time, bye.
bye. Start spreading.